of current prescription drug use epidemic. 2 years ago yesterday, I experienced a mother's worst nightmare. At 3 o'clock in the afternoon, my beautiful daughter Adrian told me, "Mom, I'm going up to take a nap. When I get up, I'll cut your hair. I love you." 2 hours later, at 5 p.m. that Super Bowl Sunday, I called her from downstairs to see if she was awake yet. She didn't respond, which was unusual, even if she was sleeping. I got a sick feeling in my stomach as I walked up the stairs to knock on her bedroom door. Before going in, I again called her. There was no answer. I tried opening the door, but it was blocked. It took all the strength I had to push the door open. Adrian was lying on the floor, in front of the door, on her back, with her legs still crossed Indian style. My beautiful girl, my only child, laid on the floor dead. I had had such a sense of deja vu that day, and the fact that I kept thinking, I've seen this before, I've seen this before. I tried desperately shaking her to wake her up, but I felt was my already cold, unresponsive, beautiful girl. My beautiful girl, my baby, was colored a yellow-blue. I was reminded of how blue she was when she was born. This is my daughter. This is Adrian. I was blabbering when I called 911 to come home. I called my sister Eileen to please come over. I rushed downstairs to put the dog in the yard before the police came. I ran upstairs again to stay with my daughter. I didn't want to leave her alone. When the police came, they kept me out of the room and told me to go downstairs, that it was better for me not to be there. My sister and her husband arrived while the police were there. I asked the cops if I could go upstairs to be with Adrian again, and they agreed, but only for a few minutes. I didn't know Adrian was in trouble. I was in the house just a floor below. It will haunt me for the rest of my life that I didn't get to her on time. I can't forgive myself, nor can I forgive myself for the fact that Adrian died alone, and I wasn't there to at least hold her or comfort her during those moments. I can't shake the memory from my mind. Adrian had just turned 27 years old. You see, for 3 years prior, Adrian was prescribed hydrocodone for lower back pain by her primary care physician. Not once did he refer her to physical therapy or a specialty consultation. Not once did he order a simple diagnostic radiology exam. Not once did he suggest she try off the hydrocodone to a non-addictive pain medication. But most importantly, not once did he inform her of the addictive nature of hydrocodone. Instead, he kept refilling her scripts and sending her on her way until February 4th, 2011, when he abruptly cut her off and informed her she needed an MRI. And I know this because I have her medical records. 2 days later, being sick from withdrawal from hydrocodone, she went out and found a heroin that killed her. A week after that, I found text messages on Adrian's phone stating, "After 3 years, my daughter cut me off the Lortab without even weaning me. What am I going to do with 0 pills? Exclamation, 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 question mark, question mark." I don't need scientific facts to prove the point that opioids need stringent warning labels. Across America, my daughter, myself, and the thousands of other kids lost and their grieving families are the statistics. I am a statistic. Adrian is a statistic. Why is it that the FDA, an organization designed to protect us, finds it acceptable that every 19 minutes in America, someone dies from prescription pill-related deaths? Why is it that until now, the FDA has found it acceptable that patients aren't sufficiently informed and warned of the dangers of prescription narcotics? Why has the FDA not previously acted on the fact that opiate prescriptions are just as dangerously addictive even when taken as prescribed as heroin? Why has the FDA put more faith in what the pharmaceutical companies have to say and the pain management societies who are funded by the pharmaceutical companies have to say than we, the American people, who have already been proven to be devastated by these drugs? Why has the FDA not acted sooner and more aggressively to save lives lost to unnecessary addiction to these drugs? Had the FDA acted sooner when it initially became evident that when it initially became evident the lives are being lost at increasingly alarming rates to the prescription drug epidemic? I might still have my daughter. These families in here before you who lost their loved ones might still have their children. I will never see Adrian's beautiful face again. I will never hear Adrian's giggling laughter. I will never watch as she gets married and share in the joy of becoming a mother. I will never again hug her. I will never again have the joy of hearing her voice on the other side of the phone saying, "Hi, Mom." I will never, ever see Adrian again. I have nothing personally to gain or lose standing here before you. My world is already shattered. But you, the members of the FDA, have a chance to save your own kids, your own family members, and the next generation from this devastation by doing the right thing. Just do the right thing. Insist on proper warning labels and restrictions on prescription narcotics. Thank you.